Rise Up Writers Unleash the Writer Within Retreat is an event unlike anything you've experienced before. At least, I don't think you have. This event is something that is unique and has a special purpose for the heart of a writer. Today, I want to share with you a little bit of information about why it's unique and why we think it's going to bless you in a special way. Let me ask you a question. When you think of a retreat or something that's for writers, what generally comes to mind first? For me, the first thing I think of are the conferences or the big events that we can attend to learn more about writing. And sometimes those conferences address spiritual aspects, sometimes they're practical aspects. It's a combination. There's a lot of fellowship. There's different classes that you can go to and different opportunities to hear speakers and engage with other people. So a retreat is something that's a little bit different, and I want to prepare you appropriately for what this is and how it's different from something else that you may have already experienced or what you might expect to experience. Let's first look at the word retreat and understand kind of the meaning of that word. If you look up the definition of retreat, one of the definitions is to step back, to step away. There's usage of it in the terms of a battlefront, that you're stepping away from the battle lines. And another definition of the term is to go into a place or a time of seclusion for the purpose of resting and praying. So if we think about this from the perspective of a writer, when we are putting our words out there, we're in the battle line in several different ways. We are maybe taking hits for other people's opinions, and that's testing our resolve to know who we are in Christ. We are in the battle lines for maybe saying hard things if God is calling us to say things that maybe aren't easy to hear or preferable to hear by other people, or maybe the content isn't understood and we get misunderstood, and that challenges us. There's a lot of different ways that we can feel like we're under attack, even from just the enemy's attack on technology. Here I am trying to do this video today, and I can't tell you the number of technological issues already in a short period of time. Things that don't make sense. So there's a lot of things that will come at us and things that will actually test us and that God will use to equip us and to grow us as a writer. And a retreat gives us an opportunity to step away from that battle line, the front line of the work that we're doing, and focus on the heart of who we are, the heart of God for us, and to rest and to pray and to explore God's heart for us as a writer. I wanted to share with you a few words from this book by Ruth Haley Barton. It's called An Invitation to Retreat: The Gift and Necessity of Time Away with God. She says, retreat in the context of the spiritual life is an extended time apart for the purpose of being with God and giving God our full and undivided attention. It is, as Emily Griffin puts it, a generous commitment to our friendship with God. Okay, she talks about it being a countercultural practice. The yearning for retreat, can you feel it? The yearning is your invitation. It is the Spirit of God stirring up your deepest longings and questions in order to draw you deeper into the intimacy with the God you were created for. Will you trust it? Are you brave enough to let it carry you into the more? To fully reclaim retreat as a practice that will open us to God, we will explore some of the concrete invitations contained within the more general one. And she continues to give some of the explanation about retreat here. We will consider the meaning of a military retreat, otherwise known as a strategic withdrawal. Think about in the life of, or the work that you're doing in your life as a writer, as a retreat that is a strategic withdrawal from our own lives, putting distance between ourselves and the battle line, wherever that line is drawn in our lives right now. We will hear God's invitation to rest and learn what we must relinquish in order to do that. We will experience rhythms that replenish us, body, mind, and soul. We will practice recognizing and responding to the presence of God through discernment and recalibrate based on what God is saying to our souls. We will feel ourselves drawn to re-engage our lives in the company of others from a more rested place and establish a regular pattern of returning and resting in God. That captures some of the heart of what is coming together for you in Unleash the Writer Within, a retreat. this is an opportunity for you to get away, to step back from the writing work. Even though you might do writing while you're in the retreat, you might explore some concepts and dig into writing. Your mind might feel like it's time to dig into certain things and actually do the writing. But primarily this time is about connecting your heart to God and connecting your heart to other people. If you're attending the event live, we will have, I think it's 3 live gatherings. Maybe it's 4. I'll have to double check the schedule. But you'll have an opportunity to meet with other people live for the group gatherings. If you're not attending live, then join us on the community, Rise Up Writers community page on Facebook, and we'd love to engage with you further and hear about your experience as you attend the retreat at a different time. This retreat is unique. It'll be what you make of it as you intentionally pursue time with God. We will be providing a schedule that includes prayer, content, reflection questions, writing prompts, and guidance to using Unleashed Heart and Soul Care Sheets. I want to reiterate that the Unleashed sheets are an optional purchase, but they're highly recommended to dig in further into the work. But if you're absolutely not able to afford the sheets right now, I understand. There will be plenty of content in there to help you dig into the teaching material provided by Jessica and explore what God is saying, explore what God is stirring up in your heart, and then take time to just rest, to pray, and to receive from God. So the schedule that we provide for you is a guide. This is another way that this retreat is unique from other events that you may have experienced. We're giving you a guide that's going to work, as it's live, it'll work with people across various time zones, particularly in the United States, across the 4 time zones here, so that we have fellowship gatherings where we can still engage with people that are in different time zones. Yet the main schedule is listed in a specific time frame that you can adjust to your needs, to your time zone, and to how the retreat flows for you. For example, if we start at noon, but you're not able to get to a place to stay and you can't check in somewhere until 2 or 3 in the afternoon, then start then. And if you go through something pretty quickly and you want to move on to the next section before it says it's time to, you have the freedom to do that. However, if you're engaged and God is really drawing something out of you and then you feel the need to respond to that, whether it's through journaling or writing, through prayer, through just reflective time with God, engage in that process. Let this weekend be about time between you and God, and then secondarily about connecting your heart with other writers. So I wanted to give some of this perspective because I want to make sure that as you go into the weekend with the mindset, I want you to make sure that you go into the weekend with a mindset that this is about a retreat. It's not going to provide you a lot of tips and tools and techniques about writing, the work of writing. It's going to be focused more on the heart of a writer, connecting your heart with the heart of God for you as a writer. I'm super excited that we have an opportunity to present this material to you and just to see what God's going to do, because we can provide the structure, we can provide the teaching content, but I have no idea what God is going to do in your life and how He's going to show up, what He's going to stir up, and how you respond to that, and what the fruit of that is for those you serve and those you live with in your inner circle and those that you serve through your words wherever God may take those words. Thank you for joining us for Unleash the Writer Within. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know.